All right, welcome back to the Garden Stage Growth Show. Today, very special guest. We have Joe Hughes of Contractor Dynamics by way of Manasquan.
You got it.
We're done.
That's
All
it.
right.
That's it.
Let's
Okay.
get out of here. Contractor Dynamics, for those who don't know, is marketing training for roofing companies. Why do they need marketing training? Don't they just know how to do marketing?
No, man, we don't.
What?
When we start businesses, we don't know anything, right? I mean, we think we do.
Yeah.
I know when I started 13 years ago, I had a nice business plan on a, Microsoft Word doc going way
Exactly.
back. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be a millionaire the first year. And, that doesn't happen. We have to build these skill sets. So marketing is one of them that we all need to learn and build. And we love to equip roofing companies specifically with the tools that they need to understand and learn and grow and create success in their businesses.
How did you end up niching down to roofing companies?
I'll try to keep this short. Long story, grew up in the construction industry in New Jersey and New York City. So Edison and Brooklyn. Family business as a sixth generation family member, Hughes Marine Firms. And that business is still going strong,
Wow.
130 something years old right now.
Wow.
So maritime construction, like tugboats and barges and real estate. Love that business. Loved growing up in it, learned a ton. 2012, I just kind of had that entrepreneurial bone in my body. And I was like, you know what? This is awesome. I'm so grateful. My dad and my two uncles are still the owners, like get along great. I just want to do something of my own. So
Sure.
construction background, love business, love marketing, started Contractor Dynamics 2013. And then it kind of happened organically. We had a couple of roofing company clients. They ended up introducing us to their buddies. Ended up seeing how big the roofing industry is. It's gigantic. It's insane.
Every house has a roof.
Every building.
Hopefully. I mean,
It's supposed to.
Yeah. So it's just gigantic. So in 2018, we decided, you know what? Instead of just, the riches are in the niches, and I really find value as a company and being able to provide more value to our clients by being super niche down.
Right.
So 2018, we decided to focus on roofing, and here we are 8 years later, still just scratching the surface of this industry. It's nuts.
So you were in construction, like hammer. You had the hammer.
So my first job was when I was 14. I was working in a shipyard in Red Hook, Brooklyn.
Oh my God.
Scraping
A shipyard?
Yeah, scraping barnacles off of tugboats, like like they put them on dry dock.
Holy.
And so they're up in the air. There's barnacles, there's mussels, and you have a scraper, and you're freaking scraping. Winter, summer, you name it. I'm painting boats.
What year is this?
20. Sorry, we'll
No,
go way back.
No.
94.
Definitely not the 20s.
94.
Come on now.
Yeah, so no, I just born
94.
Yeah, so
Barnacles.
dating myself, but driving a forklift, welding steel, cutting steel, everything except for operating the crane, which you need a license.
You got to draw the line.
Yeah,
somewhere.
I mean,
when you're 14.
Welding is fine, but
Well, seriously,
Get them out there.
So great education, learning like cool stuff. Also working side by side with people from literally all over the world. Which
You probably met some crazy characters.
Oh,
my
God.
God. I can't even imagine.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
Learned all the
crazy.
curse words before your 15th birthday.
That was totally. That was an education, but also understanding that people come from all over the world, and for them, that's a dream job, and
Right.
perspective, and having gratitude for the opportunities that we have here in this country, and that still is in me today. Like that gratitude and understanding that people come from different backgrounds is it's cool. So interesting.
So we're scraping barnacles.
Yeah.
What was your first promotion? How'd you go from barnacles to houses, or what? Around what age?
I mean, there was a lot of manual labor out there, like in the shipyard. But what was cool, looking back on it, is cool. At the time, it sucked.
Yeah.
But my cousin Brian and I grew up in that business together as sixth generation of our family.
Yeah.
And worked outside, summers, Easter break, Christmas break, all that. We both graduated from college.
What college?
I went to Boston College.
Okay.
Brian went to Scranton. graduated college. So we had these college degrees, and I tried a couple of different things, and so did he. And we ended up going back to the family biz, and they're like, okay, cool. You guys are welcome. However, you have to do 2 years of straight, manual work out in the shipyard
Wow.
before you
back to the shipyard.
Yeah, before you
Really?
get to the office.
Wow.
So like 2 years of hard labor, like a sentence.
I love
And
that.
we're kind of, young, cocky.
Yeah.
We're like college, college degree. I went to business school, back into the shipyard for 2 straight years to, with more of a different mindset of like, okay, let's see how this operates. Let's like,
Do you think they did that intentionally? Like,
hell yeah.
They want to humble you guys and also learn the business from the inside out.
So humble, also look at the business from a different perspective. Like, how can we improve things? Why are we doing things this way?
Right.
And then the third thing, maybe most importantly, was gaining the respect of the guys out in the shipyard.
Yeah.
So then when we did go into the office 2 years later, then we had that like, okay, these guys are legit, they're not just these like, suits that are coming in from college, going to the office and barking orders, we were in the trenches, like literally in the freaking, and so I think that was a big thing. We didn't understand at the time, and then what do they say? Like the older I get, the smarter I realize my parents really are,
Exactly. Start becoming your parents.
Yeah, exactly. So they knew what they were doing. I mean, the company's 130 something years old. So,
I'm sure they had to do the same thing.
They know what they're doing. Yeah. So, so that was humbling, but also part of the journey, necessary part of the journey.
Yeah.
So
now when you're in the office, you're what, like mid-20s?
Yeah.
Do you start trying to change things right away or?
Yeah, funny. I mean, again, Brian and I had, what we thought were great ideas, and we would, bring them to my dad and my 2 uncles, and some of them they'd entertain, some of them they'd be like, yeah, we tried that back in '82, and that didn't work, and we're like, all right, well, now
been there, done that, got the T-shirt,
got the T-shirt. But no, I mean they, some of the things were probably not great ideas. We thought they were, but we just didn't have all the context. But I mean I kind of, throw shade on the old school company, but they do innovate a lot. They're always, starting new things and trying new things, investing in new things. So we had good ideas. We had some stupid ideas. We were on the road from the company operates from Maine to the Gulf of Mexico. So Brian and I were on the road a lot, checking out job sites. Spent a lot of time in New Orleans.
What was your favorite city of actually going from the whole coast?
Man, we Brian and I did 2 trips to Maine, and they were both in the summer, like August. That was beautiful. New Orleans in your 20s is obviously an experience, so we did that a bunch of
Glad
times.
you made it back.
Yeah,
exactly.
Funny, I was in New Orleans last month, actually this month, for an event, and it was very, very different experience.
Sure.
I was up running in the morning down Bourbon Street instead of like stumbling home from Bourbon Street in the morning. So, but yeah, we got to travel a lot, meet a lot of people, learn a lot of things, all aspects of the business, from sales and marketing to finance to talking with banks to borrow money, because we're always building big equipment and applying for government grants and things like that. So it was a pretty good, like, I graduated Boston College Carroll School of Management business degree. And, you don't really learn anything in college.
It's all books.
Yeah. And then when you go in and get that experience, then you learn. And then certainly now with my own business, it's a whole deeper level of learning.
It's funny when you're in college, you think like you passed your final exam, you're done. You're like, oh, I'm done learning. now I just work. Like, you realize,
a lot of money.
Show me the money.
Exactly.
You realize pretty soon that you're never done learning,
No.
and you learn by doing.
Absolutely.
And diving in, and like exactly what you were doing.
Yeah.
Like that was your MBA, is you on the road doing all those things, right?
Yeah. And that was, that was another level, but there's also kind of a safety net there because the company is so old and so structured. And we had the guidance of the older guys, my dad and my uncles, that, like, you couldn't they wouldn't let you screw up too bad,
Right.
When you have your own business, there's no, the guardrails are not there,
Exactly.
So then you really learn, because it's really, the consequences are much, much bigger,
If you could go back and give yourself advice when you just started that job, you're in a time machine, you go back and be like, hey, listen, just do this and you'll be fine.
Yeah, exactly.
What would that be?
When I started that job, man, that's going back a long time. I would, let's see, man, I don't know. That's tough.
I promise no trick questions, but
Yeah.
I lie. I lied every time.
I think that like right now I'm pretty structured. We run on EOS as a company, entrepreneurial operating system, and we have our vision and we have quarterly goals and things like that. I didn't really know about that stuff back then, and I was probably wildly inefficient with my time back then, which is okay. It's all part of the learning experience, but probably could have gotten a lot more focused work done if I did things like, calendar management and all of that. Which
probably had no calendar.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, just, I mean,
Be more efficient with your time.
you don't know. Those are things you kind of pick up along the way. But yeah, I think we did, a lot of things right. We were guided by, the older guys. Core values were a big thing, that I picked up. So yeah, nothing really.
You did it right. Apparently.
There's nothing wrong.
If you failed, you seem to have failed forward. So
in that business, I guess so. In my own business, there's a million things that I could pick out.
So you were working for a family business until what year?
2012.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then talk to us about that conversation of leaving that job.
Oh man,
the family table is probably a little intense.
Yeah, well, I mean, most people don't leave 100-year-old family business unless there's like fighting.
Are you the only sibling?
No, my sister and I are I have one sibling. However, my cousin Brian, and he's got a couple brothers, so they're taking over. Okay. I'm out completely. But people don't really leave. It's like the mafia, the mafia. Like once you're in,
Yeah.
So it was I wrestled with it for like a year. I'm like, man, like, how do I do, what am I going to do? How do I do this? I don't really have a plan, but
what caused that spark where you're like, I know I'm meant to do something else?
Tim Ferriss, man. Tim, of Tim. 4-Hour Workweek came out in 2007, which is well before I made that transition, but that planted the seed. And I was like, read that. And I was like, oh man, this is cool. Like I've always loved traveling. I love the idea of being location independent, of having freedom of time, income, mobility.
Yeah.
It just resonated with me. I'm like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I hated commuting. I hated, driving up and down the parkway, driving to Brooklyn, every day.
Such a time and energy.
Oh
suck,
man,
right?
so stressful. Like people are so angry. I mean, that was probably, I was, commuting to Southwest Brooklyn. Like,
oh my God,
that's a freaking grind.
From Red Bank, from Miami Squad.
Hoboken, and then Long Branch, and so yeah, Tim Ferriss, I kind of planted the seed. I was like, man, there's more to this world. It's a big world, and all that sort of thing. That kind of planted the seed.
Planted the spark.
I was like, I don't know what I want to do, but I love marketing, love business. I want to do something. So I built that conversation up in my head for like a year. I was like so scared. I'll never forget. It was the day after Thanksgiving. I'm home for Thanksgiving. Parents, in the kitchen, and I'm like sweating.
Oh man.
I'm like sweating. I'm like, oh man. And I just like kind of blurted it out.
Blacked
and it was
out.
Like, what?
Blacked out.
Yeah.
No idea what happened.
Like Will Ferrell. I'm like, what happened? I blacked out. Kind of just mic drop in the kitchen there. And they were, shocked, like visibly shocked. And now that I have kids, I realize like, they didn't really care. They just want to make sure I have a, no pun intended, roof over my head, and that I'm going to be, happy and secure and successful, and, all that sort of thing. So, yeah, it was like like most things, you build it up in your mind, and then you actually do the thing. You're like, oh, it wasn't that bad.
I know. Just thinking about it's worse.
Oh yeah, for like a year, over a year. Yeah. Totally.
Did you start building the side hustle while working full time?
Not really, no.
Wow.
No.
You just dove into it?
I dove into it, again, I thought I was going to be this freaking smash success. Like the first month I was going to be killing it, like I just didn't know. Thankfully my wife had she's in the finance industry at the time, at a good secure job. So that gave us that stability that we needed to give me a little bit of a runway to figure it out,
But at least you were able to dive in, I guess, full time doing the new thing, right?
Yeah, I just grinded, man, just grinding. It was me and this guy, J.U. Guarino,
Mhm.
Filipino, full-time guy in the Philippines, building websites and doing marketing. So I'd sell the thing, website or whatever, and
Yeah.
then I'd be at the kitchen table at midnight. Me and J.U. would be jamming away, and we're doing the work. And then like it was that sort of grind.
How'd
So
you get your first client?
so I started, I'm a big fan of building relationships. So
Yep.
I started going to like the BNI and the Chamber of Commerce and all those things. And I know, I recognize those things have value. The ones that I went to at that time in my area, those particular ones were just a bunch, like not just, but mostly a lot of old people and
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like I wanted to focus on contractors and like so that was only a small percentage of those groups. So I
yeah.
started my own group called Jersey Shore Contractors
Oh,
and
cool.
had a Facebook group and I did meetups every Friday morning at the Green Planet Coffee Shop
Mm.
in Point Pleasant.
Wow.
And I just throw it out there in a Facebook group, like, hey, we're meeting at 7 a.m. Coffee's on me. Like, just kind of like get to know each other,
Did
right?
you run ads so people knew about the Facebook group, or
No,
it's
this is
just
2013. Like,
oh, this is
it
like
wasn't that hard to
yeah,
get attention. It wasn't
yeah,
as hard as it is today.
yeah,
So I built up the group to a few hundred, maybe a couple thousand people. And so, like 10 or 20 people would, more like 10 to 15 people would show up at these coffee things and just have conversations. And, the architect would meet the remodeler, the roofer, the plumber, whatever. And
yeah.
a couple of guys there were like, so what do you do? And I was like, well, I don't know. Like, what do you need? Like, I pulled up, the
Yeah.
coat. I'm like, hey, you got websites, you got
Yeah.
marketing. So these two of my first clients, Neil and Nick. Neil needed a website and SEO. Nick needed everything. 'Cause he was just starting out. And so those are my first two clients from that coffee meetup.
Wow.
So
That's crazy. That's awesome.
I mean,
How-
go ahead.
How long was your runway from when you first started to like, oh, I actually can make a living out of this now? I have the traction. I have all that behind me that actually pushed me to my
yeah.
new
So we
thing.
started 2013, like January. I would say honestly about the most of that year.
Okay.
Yeah. I wasn't couple things. I wasn't charging enough
Right.
because I didn't have confidence and I didn't
Yeah.
really know.
You didn't have a portfolio either.
Yeah, exactly. So, not charging enough, so not really making a lot of money.
Mhm.
Also doing the work, so I wasn't like always out there marketing and selling. So, just trying to figure that out. But
Yeah.
it took a while. I would say about a year.
I
Yeah.
would say that's probably the perfect niche. Like those
Yeah.
guys probably are not tech savvy that are in the houses on the roofs. 'Cause
Yeah.
they kind of just grew up working with their hands, right?
What I loved about it, and I still do, is that like you can tweak a couple things and do a couple things marketing wise
Mhm.
that can have a really big impact for a
Right.
contractor, right?
Change your life.
Yeah, going from like a crappy website to like a nice website or social
Or
media
no
or-
website.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
seriously.
To a
or-
phone number online.
There you go.
Literally.
And still 2026, I mean, it's very, not too dissimilar. So you can do little hinges swing big doors, right? Like you
Yeah.
put a hinge in, you can move a big door with that little hinge. So you can have a big impact, which I really like,
A lot of those guys just run on word of mouth.
Yeah.
But if they had a Google business page or a website or a place for reviews and kind of gave away some of that like to somebody else like yourself,
Right.
they could double their business potentially,
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
What are some of the portals that are popular now with contractors? Are you like recommending any portals that they host their list their business on?
As far as like marketing channels,
marketing channels.
I mean everything really. So it used
Like
to be.
Thumbtack.
Like those, yeah. So those are the lead aggregators like Thumbtack,
Okay.
Angie's List, Home Advisor. Well, Angie bought Home Advisor, where you can, someone can enter their info and they,
Yeah.
they would sell that lead to, that from real estate,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like sell that lead to 4 or 5 contractors. So those are the lead aggregators, the lead ags, and they can work. You need to have speed to lead. You
Right.
need to be
'Cause
on
they're
it, like in seconds, not even minutes, like
Wow.
in seconds. You need to be the first one there. So there are companies that really excel with that.
Mhm.
And it's a numbers game. They understand the numbers, right? You're going to get 100 leads, 20 might be good. You might set 5 appointments, sell 2 of them, whatever. And you got to be able to do that math. But the speed to lead equation is absolutely critical there.
What are you seeing as like the best ROI for roofing contractors? Where you if you're sitting down with somebody, what are the top 3 things like you're going over to make sure we got to put this in place in the first 30 days?
Yeah. Website would be one, having that home base, right? Because people are going to go check you out. Even if they're referred to you, they're going to go check you out.
Yeah.
Like, hey, these guys legit. What are they like? I just want to feel good about them. I don't want to make a crappy decision because everyone's made a bad decision with a contractor before.
Oh yeah.
So I just want to feel good about these guys. We're big on Meta and on Facebook and Instagram. Not necessarily lead gen, although that can be a part, but the brand awareness piece, where you're recording videos and you're running those as brand awareness ads on Facebook and Instagram in your 5-mile radius or 10-mile radius or whatever that is.
Okay.
That's your billboard. That's where the attention is. That's where people are spending hours every day.
Talk to us about 5 Mile Famous.
Yeah. I was hoping you bring that up. Well, that's what that's what we're getting to. I mean, that's being everywhere. People have probably heard that phrase or that saying that, someone needs to see your brand 7 or 8 times before they know who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
I would argue that now in our noisy world, maybe like 20 or 30 or even more times, just because our world is so noisy, we forget, we're distracted.
Right.
So being that like omnipresent in your market, being everywhere. So what county are we in right now?
We're in Somerset County.
Somerset. So I'm a roofing company here. I don't need, if I'm small, I don't need to, or a realtor even, I don't need like everyone in Central Jersey to know who I am, right? I can focus on Somerset County or even like a 10-mile or 15-mile radius.
Right.
Well, here is kind of more rural, so maybe it's going to be a little bit bigger.
5 miles might touch 3 zip codes, actually.
Okay,
right here.
cool.
Yeah, just depends on where.
Yeah, your mileage may vary. I mean, we have clients in Wisconsin, their radius is 50 miles, right?
Right.
But that concept of like, hey, I don't need to market to everyone. I want to get everyone in this radius to know who I am, what I do, and associate with me in a positive way. And so I'd rather go hard in that area, online, offline, billboards, yard signs, truck wraps, postcards, direct mail, social media, Google, all those
there's
things.
Enough business. I guess the theory is there's enough business in 5 miles if they just knew about you.
Right. And if you're not marketing, then you're going to get referrals or random stuff, or you're buying leads that might be outside of that radius, outside this county. And that might be cool. But then you're looking at operationally, you're going out there for the sales appointment. Then you're sending your crews out there. How much time are you spending? It's very inefficient. Whereas if you could just focus in your backyard, get referrals in your neighborhoods, like work those neighborhoods. If you do a roof on one street, well, there's a good chance there's, 10 other roofs on that street that are probably the same age that might need your help as well. So really focus your firepower there.
Yeah.
And then expand.
Are you doing sales training too, or just marketing?
We don't do sales training.
Okay.
It does kind of, cross over a little bit, but we don't provide sales training.
Gotcha. Because it is important to know what to say when they answer the door.
Hello.
Yeah.
You need a roof, right?
So,
and that's something I learned in real estate. It's like in the beginning, I was great at getting attention.
Yeah.
And getting the phone to ring, but I didn't necessarily know how to turn that into a client.
Right.
Like I'd send out 1 million postcards and they'd call like, uh-oh.
Shoot, they
called. Oh my God, they called. I'm like, I actually don't know what to say. I'm like, well, you moving? So it's definitely important to have like the full funnel thought out, I think, so that you can turn the client, the lead into a client, create an appointment, all that stuff.
100%. Both on the human end of things and now on the technology end of things, be able to, speed to lead, be able to follow up with that lead, actually connect with that prospect, because we all get leads that we're not able to get in touch with them and set that appointment. So
are you only in New Jersey, your clients?
No, we're all
nationwide.
Over the place. Yeah. Probably like 30, 35 states, I would say.
Yeah. Wow. That's the cool thing about what you do. It's not tied to one place.
Yeah, it is.
You don't need to be 5 Mile Famous for what you do.
No.
Yeah.
You just niche down to.
That's the thing. When you're niche focused, you become more referable, and a smart roofing company is going to be like, well, I don't want to hire a random marketing agency that doesn't know my industry. I'd rather hire the guys that have worked with 500 other roofing companies.
Yeah.
They've got the playbook. Like nothing's guaranteed, but we're not starting from zero here.
Right.
They've already been there and done that. And I'd recommend that to anyone listening to this that's looking for a marketing company. Make sure you find someone that has experience in your business, in your industry.
Right.
Otherwise, they're going to be learning on your dime, and it's going to be expensive and take a long time.
That's great advice.
It's
It's something, and it took me a long time to learn. Like even for my YouTube channel, I was just kind of winging it on my
Yeah.
own. But then I found this company, somebody else posted in a Facebook group. It's like they specialize in YouTube for real estate agents. I'm
Yeah.
like, why didn't I think of that? I'm like, of course.
Right.
Like instead of just hiring a general marketing agency,
Yeah.
even hire for the platform maybe that you're trying to grow.
Yeah,
There's people who
absolutely.
specialize in just Facebook or Instagram,
Right.
or YouTube, and all that stuff.
Exactly. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, that's huge. That's huge. It'll save you a lot of headache.
What kind of content are your contractors making to get it like organic attention? Is it just film the job?
So in a nutshell, faces on video,
Okay.
which you guys, understand what that means. But we look at companies big and small, everyday prospective clients and guys we meet, and we'll do an audit on their marketing. Even if it's just like a sales call, we'll just do a quick audit. Like, here's what, I'd recommend.
Yeah.
It's always like, we need more faces on video. People are hiding behind logos and stock photos, and now like AI footage and things like that.
Yeah. Like
But
who's behind the brand?
Yeah, we need to build that trust, and people want to feel comfortable with us.
Right.
So it can be, telling stories about your job, showing off your team, showing off your community involvement, talking about your process and how simple it is, talking about your core values, highlighting other local businesses in your area so you can make those businesses famous, and you just kind of cross-pollinate audiences. And there's so many things that you can do. But just getting in the habit of like every day creating a video, even if you're not going to post it, just getting the reps in
Yeah.
and getting comfortable with that. And it doesn't need to be polished these days.
It's better if it's not.
Yeah, we're kind of, the pendulum is kind of swung, where a few years ago it was like, yeah, let's highly edit everything and all these, effects and everything. And now we're back to like, okay, well, anyone can do that because, and now I don't even know if that's real because it looks so good. Is that AI or is that, now it's like the raw stuff of, you sitting in your truck or, on the toilet or wherever you want to do.
Yeah.
It's the pendulum has swung a lot. Yeah.
People are desperate, I think, for realness in this world of AI and fakeness that we have.
Yeah.
So it's like some of our best performing content is me, Jordan, in a cell phone, standing in front of a strip mall, like, hey, does anybody want to buy this and renovate it?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Talking about something going on around town, or me talking in the car.
Yeah.
Just driving in front of something you want to talk about. I feel like people overthink content.
Yeah, totally.
It's more about just being real and getting it out, and then seeing what works, and then do that.
Exactly.
Do more of what's working.
Exactly. And you talked about always learning.
Yeah.
Two of my friends down in Monmouth County, they started doing I'm in a little mastermind group with them, and they started doing exactly that. They just would record in their car or wherever, and then just use the captions in Instagram, and that's it. And they started getting a lot of traction. And I'm like, man, all right, well, we send everything off to our editing team, but let me try that. And sure enough, the ones that I do that, like I did one last week in my backyard after my run. I had like snot on my on my hoodie from when I went for a run. That gets more views than like the stuff we pay our editors for. I
know. Well, I think the way the algorithm works now, it's interest media. Instead of who has the most followers.
Exactly.
So the playing field's completely leveled now.
Yes.
So if you put out stuff that you make yourself, if people find it interesting, it's going to get shown more and more.
Yeah.
So I think that's the cool part about marketing today.
It is. You're a Gary Vee fan, it sounds like. Yeah. Yeah, so he's been talking about that. I've been
following Gary Vee since like 2012, real early, I guess.
Yeah, I think I probably have too. Yeah.
I was like, wow, this guy's actually giving good advice.
Yeah.
Then I became an Alex Hormozy guy after hearing him on a Bigger Pockets podcast. I don't know if you ever heard that. This guy's talking about like renovating homes and residential real estate and investing.
Cool.
You follow Hormozy?
Yeah.
He's crazy.
Yeah. He's
so
crazy.
Good.
Yeah. So smart. Yeah.
Such a ninja operator.
Totally.
Oh, God, yeah.
Totally.
Ruthless.
Yeah.
So like stuff he says, his superpower is taking complex things and making them simple.
Yes. Totally.
It's like, wow, it does take genius kind of to make things like third grade level, But if you think about it, that's how people learn.
Yep.
The more simple you can make it.
Yep. Totally.
Did you watch his interview with Tony Robbins?
I did.
So good.
I didn't know. I listened to it when I was running, but yeah, it was good. I know there's a lot of buzz around that. But good for Alex for being vulnerable, you know, and asking those questions.
Like knowing where he needs to improve, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody needs to improve.
Yeah.
You never know. Like even Alex.
Yeah.
I need Joe as my personal trainer. Sounds like he's running, eating well. Good for you, man. Help us. Help me and Greg.
Help us out. How you do this?
Please.
75 hard, man. Is that what
you do?
Have you heard of it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard of it. How does it work?
It's very simple. It's following Andy Frisella is the guy who invented it or started it a bunch of years ago. So you follow a few key tasks every day for 75 days. So 2 separate 45-minute workouts.
2 days.
2 days. They have to be at least 3 hours apart. One of them has to be outside.
All year round.
Yeah. So I'm doing it now, actually. I'm on day 28 right now. I started the first.
Wow.
Well, your shirts fit a lot better. That makes sense.
Drink a gallon of water every day. Take a progress picture every day. You don't have to post it, but take a progress picture every day. Read 10 pages of a book, like a personal development or business book. No alcohol or cheat meals, and follow a diet. So you do all those things every day. The idea is that or more than the idea, the practice of it is you do those things every day. You commit to those things, and then you build the identity of someone that follows through on those things.
Wow.
Something as little as taking a progress picture in the mirror, like no one sees it, but you are building that confidence that you're like, yes, I set out to do this. I did it for 75 days in a row. And so physically it has a lot of benefits as well, but the mental toughness aspect and the confidence it builds it's awesome. It's incredible.
Yeah, because you're basically following through.
Yes, exactly.
If you can become the person that follows through on what they said they were going to do.
Yes.
How many people just don't do what they say they're going to do?
Yeah.
Greg, how many?
Why'd you point it out?
I always follow through. Follow through. Always.
Greg's always lying to me. Following through.
But no, I mean, a lot of people, they say these things, I'm going to do it. Like, January 1st. How many times people are saying, I'm going to go to the gym or do what, like my New Year resolutions, and like they don't do it after a week or two.
Yeah.
Holding it on for quite some time. Like
so it's more about like who you become.
Yeah.
Yes.
What you weigh at the end of it.
Yeah.
Right?
And you will weigh less or more if you want to build muscle, but
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's cool. I recommend it. So
I saw you post something the other day about AI setting an appointment for you.
Oh yeah. That was yesterday. Yeah.
See, I'm a big Joe Hughes guy.
Yeah. Wow.
What happened there? What are you using AI for?
We signed up with a company called Alivo, ALIVO.ai. There's so many of them. They specialize in the roofing industry, so their target market is roofing companies. Again, super niche down because they know it's a problem. I know the founder Max and a couple of the other guys, Mike, at that company, which is why we felt comfortable, going with them. Some of our clients use them. And so they built one for us, an agent for us, and she's answering. Lily is her name. They have names for all the agents. So she's answering our phone 24/7 and setting appointments. And so yesterday was our first day, and she actually set an appointment. We got an inbound call from a roofing company in Indianapolis, and she set the appointment.
How does it work? Do you forward it to them, or is it you porting your number over to the different platform?
The latter. You're porting your number, I think. I didn't set it up, but
interesting.
But yeah, so I mean, early success there.
So
it's great.
Can you listen to it, like the recording?
Oh yeah. So we use HubSpot for CRM.
Okay.
So it integrates with HubSpot. So the recording of that call automatically goes into that contact, that lead in HubSpot. So you can go in there and listen to it. I haven't yet, but I'm curious to hear it.
Yeah.
So, and I had a conversation with one of our clients on my drive over here, and we were talking about that topic, and it's obviously AI is a hot topic, right? And people are like, well, do people really want to talk to AI, and that sort of thing? And my belief is this: is like if you call our number, you know, at 7:00 at night without the AI, like you're going to get a voicemail, right? Or if you're a homeowner, you call a roofer or a real estate agent at 8:00 at night, you might get a voicemail. They're like, oh, is this guy going to get back to me? I don't really know. Contractors are flaky, blah, blah, blah. Whereas if you call that, you know, contractor at 8:00 at night or just go on their website, maybe they have an AI agent live chat, boom, you can set that appointment. Okay, check it off my list. I'm good. Like maybe that homeowner doesn't care if they're talking to AI. They just want to get that appointment set, you know?
Yeah.
So,
awesome.
so I'm a believer in that.
Inbound appointment setting.
Yeah, we don't do any outbound as a company right now, but I know that's a use case for AI agents for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. The scary part is I don't think this will ever be legal, but imagine I could like click a button in my CRM and 8,000 people get a phone call at the same time.
I'm sure that's possible right now. Yeah.
I know. I'm sure there are companies that would do it if you paid them enough.
Yeah.
But that's where it gets scary. And yeah, because we don't all want our phones ringing.
No.
Nonstop. It'd be insane.
No way. Yeah.
I love the inbound appointment setting.
Yeah, I think it's great for contractors. It's a lot of our clients are using that something like that right now. Speed lead is huge. Yeah, because we had a receptionist service, but they were only 9 to 5, right? So
yeah,
you know, we operate. Our clients are all over the country. They call off hours, and we were just missing those.
Right.
So of course that appointment got booked yesterday, and we're like, crap. How many appointments have we missed like the last few months by not having this set up? You know.
So what's next for Contractor Dynamics? You guys looking to expand into other countries or
no
United
other
States is enough for
no
you?
other countries, no other verticals, just roofing in the US. We're rolling out a couple additional services this year. So majority of what we do is marketing training. So we'll train our clients on how to do their own marketing. Recently we rolled out
which takes how long?
Every client signs on for a year minimum.
Got it.
So like that is, we don't want to be the guys who are like, hey man, marketing's simple. Just sign up here and you get leads tomorrow, you know? So every client's a year minimum commitment. But our goal is to show them quick win. Like we want to get them a win as quick as possible.
Gotcha.
So they believe in marketing. They believe in us. So like, us starting the AI agent yesterday, we're at our first appointment.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And the founder, Max, emailed me last night and he's like, oh, that's awesome. I'm so stoked. And that, that builds our trust in them. So we also rolled out a couple of done for you services as well. So now we do marketing, like build websites and run marketing for some of our clients. So we're going to expand upon that a little bit this year. So
what is the AI phone number that people can call and test this out?
732-733-2390.
You heard it.
There
Greg.
you go.
And
I might call it for fun.
Exactly.
Tell Lily it came from the Garden State Growth Show podcast, and
you get a promo code.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
make sure Lily knows about that promo code.
We'll let her know. Yeah, I'll text her. Yeah, it's all new, but AI is it's not black or white. No. I believe it's gray. You got to figure out kind of what works for you and your business.
Yeah, the people that learn how to drive AI, I think, are gonna be the business leaders of tomorrow, right?
I think so. Yeah. And I was having this conversation with our client, Steven, on the way here. And, we both believe that we can use AI to create more efficiency in our business so that we can connect more with our clients and our market and, create a better client experience, have more time to create a better client experience and bring that human element to things. So I'm not saying that like, I don't want AI to replace everything. For us, it makes the things that we do more efficient. It helps us to have a better understanding of our data so we can make better decisions. And then I can free up some time to, come here and do things like this, which is awesome.
Awesome.
I think people are craving that human connection, know.
Use AI responsibly, Greg. That's what I always tell you. Well, Joe, it's great having you on. We could be here for hours.
Yeah.
But of course you got to get back. Got to help more contractors. Thank you for joining us. That was Joe Hughes at Contractor Dynamics. He gave you the phone number to call. Test out Lily, so make sure you do that, especially if you're a roofing contractor. This guy could help take your business to the next level. All right. See you on the next one.